Hey there, it is Charlie again. Today I am here to talk to you about how to complete enrollment for a student. So that's where we're going to begin today with the enrollment checklist. It's actually easy to access on the Google Drive. It's also in the guidebook, shared staff drive. Um, I would also have some paper copies lying around, especially if that's more interactive for you. But it's a basic form. So once the director, receives the initial ALP, um, we analyze it and look for site. If they're locally in Wayland or something, then obviously they're going to go with the Wayland instructor. Um, but if they're ESL, that kind of thing. But um, some of the intricacies in between can sometimes cause a need for decision. So once that decision has been made, then they'll be forwarded. Their ALP will be forwarded to you. So once you get that ALP in the email, print it out, print out one of these, and then this is where you will start your work. So essentially, we're looking at the ALP. I also put a hot link to the ALP in there, so that it's just as many places as I can possibly put that link. So um, basically, this is your checklist for enrolling a student, and this is a cover sheet. So we want to be able to print it and check it off as we go and attach that to the enrollment when the instructor is ready to officially enroll the student. So the first thing is the ALP. If they've done it right, with the ID part, then they also have their copy of their ID. But please check and make sure that it is on there. If it's not, we can't enroll them. CASAS scores, I'm going to talk more videos about the CASAS process, but essentially we want to get them in as early as possible in person or virtually to CASAS test. Um, it's a really important way to see where their levels are currently. Um, we don't need to print out all the reports and everything, even though I am going to have some guidance, some videos on how to do that. But you don't have to print off a score report for them. You can simply find it on the screen and and then record it. I also pulled up really quick just for you to see the CASA screen where if you click on tests, it will show you the scores of um, recent tests. You can also click on the left on test results and it will show you quickly recent scores for the students. So that you can quickly write instead of having to print it off as a report in the TOPS Pro. So you can just simply write it. We want to, whenever possible, get a CASAS on someone. Right now, during the pandemic times, we have two different options. If they were a student in 2019 to 1920, then we are able to use their prior score from that year. So if they were in 2019 into the 20 school year, then we can use those scores. If they're a high school diploma student, and this is only for those students, we can put their EFL, which is educational functional level, which is basically the same as the CASAS results. We can use that as a measure based on credits. That is an option currently. That may change. Next on the list are records. So we have to have them fill out that records request, like I said in the previous video. We want to do that. So in order to get a box sheet, we're going to have those records and have received them. Your role as the instructor really stops at helping the student submit that records request, but it is advised to follow up and help make that process as expeditious as possible. The next thing is a one-on-one meeting that could be virtual or in person, just orienting the student to the programming that we have, um, what we offer, and all the details thereof. So like the free training, introducing them to the planner is really what this is. Orienting them to what's in the planner is going to cover everything. And then also the learning platform. You're going to want to add them to your attendance sheet. this is a good reminder for you to do that. Also, if they need to borrow a computer or a hotspot or both, we need to get those $20 per device deposits turned in and uh, recorded here so that we have a record of it. And also, we need to add them to the online account or accounts as appropriate. This might be just Plato for most students, but for some it might be Burlington English, IXL, Plato, and a number of things. So we want to be able to make sure that we are getting them set up with all of those. When that part is done, this form printed out, filled out, attached with the ALP is all you need to officially enroll a student. Remember that you are not required by the state to enroll a student officially until they've had at least 1 hour of non-assessment, non-intake, non-orientation instruction. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.